What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. We're in a brand new, super cozy set, and I already like the way it feels in here.
Welcome to my house.
Yes, we're in Silent Mike's living room now. It is officially the Barbell Brigade office. I'm Bart, got Nadim, we got Silent Mike, and we have to talk about Jesus Olivares because that lift was crazy. Did you guys watch it? Were you guys following Sheffield when it was happening or no?
I was seeing the updates.
I had it on in the gym. I was catching a back pump, watching them.
The while it was happening?
Yeah, we got screens going in the gym.
What was the opener for his squat?
970?
That's crazy.
I think it was something like that.
Was
then 10, then 1030.
Goddamn.
And then what? He ended up benching 6. I missed the deadlift. I saw a replay.
You got
of the
900 deadlift.
Yeah, 900 dead.
That he smoked the fuck out of.
Yeah. 900 dead's crazy. 1,000-pound squat is obviously insane.
1036, I think.
But it's been done.
No, not that. That's the heaviest.
No.
That's the heaviest ever.
No,
it's not
on the
heaviest.
worlds. No, because Ray Williams has done 1080. But so 1,000 pounds, yeah, amazing. 600-pound bench, insanely strong. But there's 100 people that bench 600. You combo that with a 900-pound pull, and it's unfucking heard of.
Because most people have like 7-8 deadlift with 1,000-pound squat.
Yeah,
right?
and Ray Williams, who is formerly the strongest cat walking the planet, natty status, struggled with his deadlift for a long time. When you're that big, you're that jacked from benching and squatting, and
it's hard
typically
to get
when
in
you're built,
a good position, huh?
they don't get it. He was stuck at like a 700-pound pull for years, and then he bumped up to an 800 plus.
And it seems like Jesus is the only thing that's limiting his deadlift is his grip.
For sure. And 900, but even that, right? 900 pounds is insane. An 800-pound pull in the USAPL or IPF, Powerlifting America, whatever the hell we're going by now, is so strong. But 900 pounds is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I think his final total was 2,500.
Yeah. And the best ever.
As a natty lifter,
I think
that's fucking crazy.
I think the best
total in
ever
history.
in knee wraps is 26.
And
So
that's Dan Bell?
Dan Bell. So like you're to be right there as a natty and in sleeves is insane.
Do you think that it seems it's really close. Do you think it's possible that a natty, non-wrapped lifter will take the overall total in the near future?
From a wrapped guy?
Yeah.
Nah, wraps just help too much. But a natty could definitely take an untested record, I think.
But so Jesus did now beat. He has the biggest total in Raw history.
If you want to go like non-classic raw, whatever.
No, you're talking about Raw knee sleeves.
You're right.
What
Yes.
everyone's gonna do, because again,
Incredible.
wrap you can add a bunch of weight.
Right. That's what I mean. He'll never beat a wrapped.
But I'm saying
For
like,
sure. Insane.
It's insane.
I did a video. I used to be a good YouTuber back in the day, and I did like research and shit. And I did a really good video where I tried to compare wrapped sleeves, natty, and not sleeves, and then compared it to other sports, kind of male, female. I did all these different numbers to see how close everything was. And then basic point was that I believe steroids help in bodybuilding a lot more. You take like the best natty bodybuilders, or even like a good one, like Alberto Nunez, one of the good. He's not the best in the world, but he's really good. You compare him to C-Bomb or Phil Heath, right? It's just a different league. But then you start to compare some of the numbers by weight class, and there's deadlift bars and little things, but you compare the natty federations to non-natty powerlifting over the last 5-6 years, and the numbers are getting really close.
Really close.
Really close.
Even
Jesse Norris?
Even natty women, the top,
No, they're probably the best.
can smash a lot of not natty dudes, which is crazy.
What do you think? the
Same
reason
weight
for that
class
is?
too.
I think genetics play a big role, and then ligaments and tendons obviously play a very big role in strength, and steroids don't help those as much as they help your muscle bellies. And so, sure, I'm not saying steroids won't help you get strong. They obviously do.
Because like, let's say you take a guy like Jesus, and you put him on the same plan that a lot of the non-tested ones are on.
Yep.
Do we see like a 3,000-pound total?
Do you want the hot take?
No, give me the boring one first.
All right. Well, the boring one is that powerlifting is boring.
That's a hot take.
The hot take.
What was that even for?
Because I don't have a boring take. I have a hot take, and he
okay.
wanted the
He just
fucking
wanted
boring
to say
take.
it.
For some reason I was thinking that was like.
No, he wanted a boring take, and I had a hot take in my head, so I had to call an audible.
Okay, what's the hot take?
The hot take, and this may offend people, and I'm sorry to all my friends.
I'm gonna already say I disagree with you.
I don't want to offend people. No, I think you're gonna agree.
Okay, fine.
Is that it's likely and possible that the natty crowd are better athletes genetically than the untested.
100%. Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take.
Oh, really?
But how do we determine that? That's so hard to determine.
Well, I think
So-
it's if you look at it's kind of hard, kind of like what you're saying about people taking steroids and they can't reach their potential because they get strong too quick and then their tendons can't keep up, right? So that's why, kind of like we're talking about, where we're seeing natural lifters are catching up. It's just they're able to stay in the sport longer.
Yep. And who's more likely to hop on? Someone who's like maybe a Russ who's seen significant progress year to year to year to year. Why would he take anything? He's smashing new weights year to year to year. Or is it the guy that's trained for 5 years, who's bench 315 on a plateau for 3 years, that's decently gifted as an athlete, but not incredibly? They're more likely, in my opinion, to hop on to increase progress, right? So if you're genetically so good, you're making all this progress, where are you going to look for external factors? You're already Jesus has been smashing consistent, heavier weights every year. Why would he hop on? He's getting better.
Genetically, so are you saying then genetics is even stronger than steroids?
I think genetics are the strongest thing on the planet. People, and I made this statement.
And what's your definition of genetics?
So you're saying nothing beats hard work?
No, I was saying genetics absolutely smash hard work.
What's hard work is stimulus, right? So like genetics, some people with good genetics, you don't need hard work. You need the very little stimuli, boom, right?
Someone with the best genetics and worst work ethic will beat someone with average genetics and the best work ethic. Easy, any day, any sport, anywhere.
The reason why I asked genetics, do you take into consideration mental genetics too?
Yeah, all of it. Genetics are what make you, right? So they make up how you think, how you move, let alone your cells and epigenetics,
Because the way that I also think too, like
who you are.
One of the biggest arguments of John Jones, genetic freak, but his mindset might not always be there. So he's had a lot of lackluster fights, right? But you take someone with, you put GSP's brain, had that kind of discipline into John Jones, then maybe he'll be even crazier.
He would.
So what I would argue is with power lifters, outside of the physical genetics, what I think is it's also the mentality. The people that are down to do the slow burn, that like they get with their coach and they're like, you know what? We're not gonna try to smash a PR in 6 months. This is gonna be a 3, 5, 10-year thing. And so for those people, they're like, okay, I'm down to grind for 10 years. I won't jump on gear, I won't do whatever. And I actually think strength sports benefit those who actually have the good mental genetics too and aren't trying to like rush.
I also think it's like, who's coaching them now? It's like natural lifters that have gotten strong over time, or people that are just smarter compared to, and people that are like want to research. And you see all these like people in this federation like USAPL arguably are like more nitpicky about learning the sciences, finding out how bodies work, compared to the other coaches who they themselves got strong because of steroids, and then they also can't train anymore. That are now passing down that knowledge of like how to train. But then it's the same thing because they're on steroids and they're just pushing it. Everyone that we know that we started powerlifting with is not powerlifting anymore.
I do think training in general has obviously gotten more efficient and better across the board. But what I would argue a little bit against you is that I actually think the mentality for powerlifting, this may offend some motherfuckers too, is actually the easiest. There's no variables. You have to train 1 hour a day, 4 days a week.
Dude.
No, it is delayed gratification.
Have you heard of the Chinese torture test?
It is delayed gratification.
Okay, you're right here, right? You're fucking right here. You got a string with water.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Fucking hard. I'd rather sign me up to get bitten by a scorpion tomorrow.
No
fucking
shot.
Someone to flick me on the dick the next day.
Now you're just getting into your kinks. That has nothing to do with bench
when you got variation, that's actually easier. When you tell someone, why do you think people switch programs, switch coaches,
I'm comparing it to other
knee sleeves?
I'm comparing it to other sports
because they get bored. And I think that's the hard part, to be able to buckle down and go, I'm gonna do the same shit for 10 years. And I know something's gonna be dope at the end. I think that's actually hard.
But that's every sport. I was comparing powerlifting to other sports. Every sport you have to work really hard for a long time to be good.
But the other ones, they got more variation.
Yeah.
You practice the pass.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's more fun. That means you got more shit to do. You got to practice 4, 5, 6, 7 hours a day. If you're a golfer, you're playing 8 hours a day.
But if you got
powerlifting, you have 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day,
powerlifting's
4 days a week.
If you got ADD like me, MMA feels better, then I'm gonna work on jabs for a whole hour.
So then what I would argue then is that your ADD could make you better at multiple sports where, again, I don't want to offend all my powerlifting friends because I have a lot of friends in this sport. You almost need a vanilla. It's the same with like jogging, right? You're just jogging. Like that shit's fucking boring.
But that's why the mental genetics.
Right, but the mental genetics I don't think are superior or less superior. They're just different.
I mean, you see the people at the top. Even I've seen like Russ talk about, I've seen Petrie and like Angelo and all of them say like powerlifting's It's easy.
Yeah.
No one talks about how it's like a crazy hard thing to
Yeah,
do.
it's
It is however much you put into it and like being on
For
top
sure.
of yourself, recovering. But I think it's also when we do it and like we're repetitive and stuff, it gets boring. When these people do it, and now all the people looking up to like the top guys, it's that slow grind is the fun. It's the building, and it's a different mentality than we used to have, because we go into the gym, we kind of get bored of it. Or it's like, oh fuck, it's the same thing. I kind of want to max out, kind of want to go heavy. But all these kids are like super excited to, oh, I got volume today. And it's like, I'm working to something. Oh shit, I increased 5 pounds in a month. Fuck.
I'm just saying, like, the best genetics in powerlifting, hypothetically, would build the best genetical freak. You could do 3x5 a couple times a week, and you're gonna get really strong and probably be the best.
I prefer 3x4.
Well, if you did a 3x3, you maybe be Russ Swole.
That's true.
Have you ever met Bart Orhi?
No, but I think we're also just scratching the surface of powerlifting, in my opinion.
sure.
Because, like, you know, at the top of the top, you hear the stories of like Jordan and his trainer, where he literally eats the same thing before every single game.
Yeah.
Like, ritualistic, drives the same car. He has 20 cars, he chooses that car.
Yeah.
He walks in the hallway the same way. He slaps the door that same way. He does 2 hours worth of the exact same shit before it's game day. I think for powerlifters, we just started seeing people go, you know, originally it was like, I got into powerlifting so I don't have to track my food. But now you're seeing people go, I need to track my food to optimize my nutrition, my protein, my carbs, my energy balance to be a good athlete. So that's barely just bare bones of average athlete somewhere else. So I think if you take this in the next 10 years, I think we will see people break the 3,000 pound.
Oh, for sure.
Because people are becoming professional athletes finally.
And I think we'll still just always be limited by the sports, how mundane it is, and then the money and the glory. You know, it's just not there to grab the genetics, which we talked about. Like the running back for the Browns, Chubbs, that dude probably squats once a year. Chubbs is his last name. 200-pound dude, 210 pounds, goes into his college gym and Nike free runners, all squishy, squats 675, no belt.
I disagree. I think the sport's growing like crazy. Like, look at the
In your
genetics.
face.
I never said it's not growing.
Yeah,
What are you
did.
disagreeing?
He said that.
No, I said that it won't grow to the degree it could. We're never going to get LeBron James genetics to choose powerlifting over the NBA as an
we will.
No shot. There's no way.
They're not gonna choose it if they have the option, but if like some people just don't have the option.
When I'm 80, I'm gonna be like, in your face.
There's no. You guys are both high this morning. There's no shot.
All these athletes in powerlifting right now could have chosen another sport.
No, they did, and then they lost.
But that's what I'm saying.
There's no Russ, my boy. There's no way Russ
Who's Russ
gets
again?
Russell Kwan. He's actually a really good powerlifter.
Okay.
If Russell Kwan got a fucking contract when he was in college, said, "Hey, come play running back
Dude,
for the."
none of these kids want to be running back or football. They all want to be TikTok lifters. They all want to be.
Russ
No,
literally-
that's because they
No, you
suck.
should see high school.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's because they
Russ
already
literally
suck.
told us
before
on the field
freshmen.
he couldn't stop thinking about lifting weights.
No, I know, but if Russ had Roger Goodell coming to him at college saying, "Hey, man, you're probably going to go first round," trust me, he
He'd
would
be
have
like,
gone.
nah, I got
NFL.
5x5 today.
Yeah, there's no shot, bro.
5x5 is fun.
You guys are
dude.
crazy. And the high schoolers, by the time you're in high school, you already know if you're a freak or not.
You know you're a freak,
I knew
but
I
I just think
wasn't.
Yeah, see, you already know if you're.
not every single kid has those aspirations, even if they're a freak, right?
You can enjoy lifting.
But I'm just saying, as the sport grows, as we have more time in this, there's gonna be people that is like, football is not my thing, basketball is not my thing,
For sure.
and they're just gonna fall in love with training, and
the
that's gonna grow.
only way you say football or basketball is not my thing is if you suck.
That's true.
No one's fucking breaking ankles like this sucks.
This conversation.
This sucks shitting on you.
This conversation will never end. But let us know in the comments below, who do you think is right? Do you think that in the next 50 years, we're going to see some LeBron James genetics in our beloved sport that everyone here but Mike loves? Or do you believe
I
that
love
Mike,
the sport. I've given to the sport.
Or do you believe Mike, where all the best people will always be scouted by someone else? Let us know in the comments below. See you guys next time.
You guys are welcome that I'm right.